One.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Denley, and this is my B398 internship presentation. So I'm currently a senior at BYU Idaho, and I'll be graduating at the end of this semester, December of 2017. My major is business management with an emphasis in finance. I was born and raised in Scotland in the UK and currently reside in Pocatello, Idaho. I'm currently interning for Memory Lane Productions, a family-owned company located in Saltland. I completed this internship via the company's online system, video meetings, and Google Docs. When I secured this internship, I was actually already working here and there for Memory Lane Productions, but I decided to carry out the internship with them, as being located in the UK would help provide me with a great networking opportunity and allow me to get to know people in my career field out with my current location. I know how important networking is and great opportunities it can bring you. Memory Lane Productions is also a family-owned company with great values and standards that align with my own. The projects that I would be involved in were new challenges that I had not yet experienced in my career and things that I believed would help me in my future career. Since I already knew the majority of individuals that worked at Memory Lane Productions, I knew that they would be great mentors for me. Many of these employees work part-time and have been successful in their business careers, past and present. I began looking for my internship as early as January of 2017, as I knew I needed to have it completed this year in order for me to graduate by the new year. I applied to many different companies in a variety of locations. However, I received no response from the majority of these companies. In April of this year, I gave birth to my daughter and put the internship process on the back burner for a while. As fall semester drew closer and closer, I realized that I needed to find an internship as soon as possible. I spoke with family, friends, members of my ward, and it was proven rather difficult to find an internship that worked for my major. I then decided to talk with my current employer, Memory Lane Productions, and ask the owner if they could use an intern. By September, my duties at MLP were very minimal, so it was a great opportunity to begin working more. Memory Lane Productions were working on a few major projects that were to begin in October, and therefore the owner decided that having an intern would be very useful to take on these projects. However, I was not simply given the opportunity. The internship position was advertised and made available to others also. I therefore applied to the position along with around 4 other individuals, I believe, and I was invited for a FaceTime interview twice, and then I was offered the position. Memory Lane Productions is a company within the entertainment industry. They have many clients, from singers, entertainers, writers, and much more. They produce CDs, DVDs, publish books, book gigs, and ultimately manage all clientele. I was tasked with the project of overseeing the book release for one of our main clients. He's been a client for many years but just began writing, so this was his first fiction novel. I was in charge of forecasting sales of the book, budgeting for advertising, marketing and publishing expenses, and keeping financial statements for both the client regarding his profits and the overall company regarding their overall profits from the client. I had the opportunity to work with many different marketing companies and individuals during this process. I was also in charge of creating and managing the client's author Facebook page, Twitter, and website. Throughout my time at BYU Idaho, I've taken many classes and learned a lot from these classes. This internship allowed me to apply a lot of these things into my work and use them. I think one of the biggest things that I learned at BYU Idaho is teamwork and how to work effectively in groups to get the task completed on time and accurately. No matter the career we are in, there are always going to be situations where we need to work with others. My financial classes helped me to increase my knowledge of Excel, and this proved to be very important during my internship as I created budgets and forecasts. I was often asked at Memory Lane to give presentations to the clients regarding the steps we would take to complete the task, as well as presentations to the management. During a lot of my classes, I was asked to give presentations which prepared me for these tasks. In some other classes, I also learned about the importance of being professional at all times in writing, word, and actions, as well as correct business communication methods. Overall, this internship experience proved to be very beneficial and valuable to me personally. I learned real-world experiences. I dealt with many members of the public as well as our clients. I also found it to be very informative. I learned a lot from all the individuals that I had the opportunity to work with and about many different industries. I also learned some tips about how to make a business profitable. I found that it was very hands-on experience as I got to take charge of the projects and run with them and make my own decisions. I also learned how to better work as a team as well as independently, which I think are both key skills for future careers. As I stated at the beginning of this presentation, I will be graduating after this semester, after which I would like to gain full-time employment within the financial industry. I'm aware that this may mean starting at the bottom of a company and working my way up, especially with where I am located. There are not so many opportunities. After I have finished having a family, I hope to go back to school part-time to get an MBA so that I can further my career in finance. For anyone looking for an internship, the biggest piece of advice I would give them is to constantly network. BYUI has so many great resources you can use for networking, as well as individuals within your own circle, and continuously increase that circle. Networking provides so many opportunities and can be the kickstart to your career. I would also encourage you to begin looking for your internship at least 2 semesters in advance, as it can be hard to find and can be a long process. There are lots of individuals at college throughout the world, and therefore lots of individuals looking for internships also. So if you get rejected or you get no response, don't get discouraged and don't quit. Just keep applying and eventually the right internship for you will come along. Finally, I think it is important to leave an impression, but it is even more important to leave an impression for the right reasons.